All right, Lindsay, thank you. Kansas Governor Sam Brownback is leaving Topeka for Washington.
The Senate yesterday confirmed his nomination to become Ambassador at Large for International Religious Freedom.
It's a key post. It's an important one. I'm looking forward to getting to work.
Brownback will be in charge of monitoring religious persecution and discrimination worldwide. Trump nominated Brownback for the post last year, but the Senate never voted on the nomination, and the process had to start all over again this year.
It was a close vote in the Senate to get Brownback the job. 49 senators voted against his nomination. Vice President Mike Pence had to act as the tiebreaker. Equality Kansas led the charge against the nomination, but now that he has the job, they're staying optimistic.
What we really hope is that as he travels the globe speaking in favor of religious freedom, that he doesn't turn it into an ideological platform for a narrow view, but that he means religious freedom for everybody, including people he doesn't agree with.
Lieutenant Governor Jeff Colyer will take over for Brownback once he leaves for Washington. And 41 Action News reporter Stephen Dial met up with Colyer this morning.
Here's what he had to say.
Well, good morning. He's just an oath away from becoming the next governor of Kansas. Dr. Colyer, thanks for joining us. You said it's a new day in Kansas. Talk about, some people are happy that Governor Brownback is moving on. Do you think the state is heading in the right direction?
We have a lot to do in our state, and we're in a new time. I worked for President Ronald Reagan. I'm a surgeon. I expect results. And we're going to be working on prioritizing growing the economy, making sure we have good schools, and fiscal responsibility.
You mentioned schools. That's one of the big issues back at the Capitol of how we will fund schools. Will there be a tax increase? With the governor's proposal in his State of the State talked about a lot of spending. Will there have to be a tax increase to fund schools?
Short answer, no. What we need to do is we need to prioritize schools. We'll look at the budget. I expect us to get outcomes. We're going to make sure our schools stay open and that they grow and that they're better schools. I'm looking at this in the long run, and I'm committed to working with parents and educators and the legislature to make sure we get the job done.
Some people have been critical of the legislature for not being transparent enough, not voting on the record. Do you think that needs to change under your leadership?
I believe in transparency. Information is absolutely critical to folks. So you're going to see a lot of proposals from us on how we can do that on the executive side, how we can get more information out to people. And that makes you a better manager. It makes you get accountability and get results. It may not always be pretty how it's done, but we will get that information out.
And my final question, probably the hardest question for you. They play in a couple of days. Who's winning the conference, KU or K-State?
It's going to be a great game on Kansas Day, no less. But I hope that, and I hate to sound like a politician, but I hope that it's actually a tie for the conference championship. It still counts as 14 championships, and we got to beat UCLA on that. But Bruce Weber's team is a great team. Man, they have a lot of character.
What a good, safe answer. Thank you so much, Dr. Colyer.
Seeing you.
Back to you guys.